What's up, guys? Matt here from EV.com. You're watching Rain Shadow Airsoft.
What up, Airsofters? Thanks for tuning in again to Rain Shadow Airsoft. Today we got another project build video for you. I went ahead and built a gold high Capa with one of those new Superline slides, and I want to show you how I did it, so stay tuned. Okay, before we get into it, I want to go over all the parts we're going to use to make this gold gun, starting with the high Capa 4.3. It cost 160 bucks, and it is a brand new Tokyo Marui 4.3 high Capa. Very standard. Next up, the star of the entire piece, in my opinion, it's going to be this $178 Superline from CTM. They just released their Superline follow-up to their Flatline series, and I'm very excited to get this installed on there. I went ahead and got a gold frame from Atlas. Cost 75 bucks, which is a pretty good deal for a brand new lightweight high Capa frame. This is the thing I'm the most nervous about. You can have a lot of trouble if your frame doesn't have the right fitment for everything, so we'll see if this all goes together well. But it seems to like it comes with everything. Comes with the knockers and all the parts for the hammer housing, so we'll see how that goes. And then to go with that, we have a grip. I got this from Evic for $180. I don't recall the brand. It's also shiny gold, so see how that all goes together. I got a gold ambi safety, also from Atlas. A gold blowback unit, also from Atlas, only 25 bucks. Some gold grip screws from LA Capa Customs for 13 bucks. I have this polished gold thumb rest and what do you call it? Slide stop from Atlas. It was only 12 bucks, hell of a deal. I have two different parts of a trigger. They go together, also from Atlas. And finally, we have our LA Capa Customs hexagonal trigger, super lightweight. So let's go ahead and get this all put together. Before we can put this together though, we need to disassemble the high Capa. So I'm gonna disassemble that real quick. Alright guys, that's everything disassembled except for the frame and the hammer housing. I'm going to do that separately for now. I'm going to get all the rest of this stuff put back together though. Starting with the grip, I think. I've got all my little grip bits here. A lot of this I've already got replacement parts for, so let's start with getting the grip itself out of the way. Trigger out of the way. Slide lock out of the way. And let's see what's inside this grip bag. Looks like it starts with the magwell, which is also gold. That'll be nice. And with this, we can take this away as well. Oh, we've also got grip screws. Don't need those. Very nice. All right, now, I'm not sure if this comes with a mag release or not. We'll have to check that out. Oh, but it does come with this trigger spring housing. Oh, yes, it does come with a mag release. Awesome. That's everything we need for this grip. So we can put this here, take this out. Oh, wow. Is the trigger hammer spring already in there? Feels like it. Nice. So we can take this part completely away as well. All right, and we have a series of little teeny tiny screws. Anyway, I'm gonna do the grip assembly off camera. I'm gonna come back to you with all this stuff put back together, and then we'll get into the upper. All right, guys, what do we think so far? I think that the grip screw could be a little bit more matchy with the rest, but I think everything else is looking good so far. Now let's get into that Superline upper slide installation. Let's unbox it and see what comes inside. Check out the instructions, and then I will go ahead and swap it out. Thank you for your support. Due to electroplating process, initial fitment of the outer barrel to the frame can be very tight. You may have to push downward on a strong, non-abrasive surface or utilize a rubber mallet and vise or similar.
You got me fucked up. You got me fucked up.
Not looking good so far, but let's get into the rest of it. Man, that thing looks gorgeous. Ooh, baby. I personally don't like this new style of charging handle that they went with for the Superline. I actually like the dual charging handle from the Flatline. Oh wow, this thing comes with all sorts of little parts. So I'm gonna go ahead and go watch a couple of videos on how to install this thing, and I'll come back and walk you guys through it. So now that we've got the slide done, guys, we can go ahead and get it attached to the frame. But before we can do that, we have to get all the stuff put into the new frame from the old frame. Wow. All right, it looks like here we have the hammer housing and all the little pins so that I don't have to take any of this stuff out of my old frame. And since I do have a replacement hammer and a replacement beaver tail, I'm not sure how much I'm actually gonna have to take this apart for. Probably this trigger bar. I wish I had a spare trigger bar, then I wouldn't have to take any of this apart, but all right, let's get into it. There we go. I'm going to keep these for the new frame. We are going to get rid of the safety and the beaver tail in lieu of the gold safety and the gold beaver tail. Next, we'll disassemble the interior of the frame. We'll be stealing the bar from this hammer bar and using our own hammer. But for now, we need a couple of pieces from in here. I'm going to keep this spring and this little guy right here. We don't need this part of the frame anymore. We are going to take the old sear out. We're going to keep this part as well. Done with this frame. This thing compared to this thing is insane. This is way, way heavier than this guy right here. So I'm already feeling good about the new build. Speaking of the new build, I'm going to go ahead and attempt to put this new assembly together. It's completely different than the other one. It comes with its own little parts. I had to take some parts from the old one. and I have absolutely no idea how to put this together. So I'm going to figure this out on my own, and then I'm going to come back to you guys and run you through it, all right? Okay, so I went ahead and did all that stuff off of camera because it was very tedious and a pain in my butt to do. But suffice it to say, I got the new trigger installed here, and I got everything put together here as well. So all that's ready to rock and put together the rest of this frame. We're going to go ahead and start by putting in the safety detent pins, and then we'll go ahead and put back the beaver tail and put the thumb safeties back on. All right, they're in place, pushed together. Nice. What do you know? That frame looks just about done. Next, we're going to put this on the grip. Let's take this grip apart. Magwell off. Hammer spring out of here. Go ahead and take the sear out. All right. There we go. All right, now that we've come this far, we're going to put the sear spring back in here. It looks like the right one is sitting on the disconnector. The middle one is not sitting on the sear, however. Oh yeah, it is. Middle one sitting on the sear. Everything's in place, ready to do its job. I'm gonna get this hammer bar in place, and we're gonna see how smoothly this goes right now. Oh my goodness. Could life be this simple? No way. No effing way, guys. Did I just do this? Oh my God. Guys, I just built basically a whole bottom half of a fully gold gun. That is sick. One thing I'm already noticing, I don't like the rattle of this. I'm gonna see what I can do. Maybe put an O-ring around the bottom, or maybe a little bit of E-tape, because I don't like that rattle at all. Last piece up from Atlas, the thumb rest slide lock. All right, now you might think, well, put the slide on the frame. Let's see it. Put the slide lock in after you got the top on the frame. Well, I'm not gonna do what this warning here tells me that I should do and use a mallet or just shove it into the ground to force it on there. And if you guys notice, it does have a little bit of a rough time once it gets to the point where the hop up should be going into the inside of the frame here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it to a tech friend of mine, and I'm going to have him do some shaving on the inside of the electroplating, and we're going to force this on here, and we're going to get it all to fit without me breaking it, because I know I'd break it. Okay, so we just got it back from the tech shop. We did two things to it while we were there. We went ahead and shaved off some of the side of the outer barrel where the electroplating was, where it was getting caught on the inside of the frame and it wasn't going in. And on top of that, we went ahead and malleted it into place so it's firmly in place, this front end is. And then the second thing we did was we took some diamond paste. If you can hear that, that's still metal on metal grinding. I have to lube it up. But after using a bunch of diamond paste on the inside of the rails of the slide and the frame, you know, you just paste it up and then slide it back and forth a bunch of times and it makes it smooth. We went ahead and got all the roughness out of it, and it's nice and smooth now. Still gonna have to lube it up. Nothing on the inside of this is still lubed up, and it still rattles, as you can hear. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna go ahead and bust out our Tech T gun salve grease, and we're gonna grease up the rails so that it's even more smooth cycling. And then we're gonna go ahead and take some double-sided tape and we're gonna wrap it around the inside of the grip here underneath the mag well and see if we can eliminate that rattle. Well, that was super easy. Literally just one tiny strip of Amazon Basics double-sided tape right around the inside of the mag well here, and no rattle whatsoever. You hear that, guys? Nothing. This whole gun actually super duper solid. I mean, I think the only rattling, yeah, a little bit of the beaver tail, but other than that, this is a super solid gun, guys. So yeah, last step, we're gonna go ahead and lube up the slide a bit. Hell yeah, guys. I think we're ready to test it. All right, we got a 50 round high Capa mag in here. It is pretty cold outside, but we got some power gas, and we're gonna see how many shots we can go through with our brand new built gold high Capa. All the BBs, and there's still gas left. Efficient on gas and cycled every round. Fuck yeah, guys. Success. So there we have it. Another successful build, guys, and I gotta say, I'm really, really proud of myself for this one. It was a bunch of sketchy parts that I wasn't sure were gonna fit, like the Atlas stuff. It's super duper cheap, super lightweight, but I was really worried about some of the fitment and I was expecting to have issues, but I'm very surprised by the fact that I got it all built myself, with a little bit of help from Jeremy at Kitsap Sports with the fitment of the slide on the frame, but everything else I was able to completely build by myself, and the damn thing cycled. It finished an entire magazine in the cold outside, and yeah, I couldn't be happier. I will bring it to the field this weekend and get some gameplay for you guys, but for now, thanks for watching.
Listen.